girl with the radio on. I am Mr. Fire. I want to feel the rolling of our bodies in the midst of a breeze. The way we move to our favorite song is a backseat girl with the radio on. In the backseat girl with the radio on.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another session of Move That Mountain, where we talk to exciting people who live very interesting lives, who are all their entire life, they always move a mountain out of the way to keep going in their lives. Our guest today is no exception to that. This gentleman's name is Dr. Well, I said it, I just laid it back right away, Eric B. Turner, but entertainer extraordinaire, singer, songwriter, musician. Oh, it's endless. But you can say the fuse of his life and career was lit from a child. It's just exploded to our awareness that over the last 10 years or so, where he's traveled throughout the world, entertaining people, leaving them completely floored by his performance. This is a man of many talents. He stands 6'3". He is a giant. And I'm going to tell you something, he is not a quiet giant. This man is a giant. Giant in achievement, giant in personality, giant in the generosity of the skills that he's been blessed with. Ladies and gentlemen, he's done many things. He's going to be in a Broadway play, and I guarantee it, musical, he's going to be a star. It's called Rock and Roll. There it is. It's called Rock and Roll Man, The Life of Alan Freed. I'm new at this, folks, so bear with me when I don't do it all right. And he's going to be playing in this musical, The Legend of Bo Diddley, who I happened to work with on the road many years ago when I was a drifter. So that's quite a challenge, and he can meet this challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to say, without further ado, he's also done other things. He's also sung for the inaugural 2009 presidential inaugural ball, Barack Obama, and he wowed Michelle Obama and Barack himself. There's so much more, but if you want to know more about him, we're going to tell you his website later. But right now, I don't want to waste any more time and introduce you to the one and only man who's the legend in the making. I'm going to say it, Dr. Eric B. Turner.
Thank you so very much for this privilege and honor to be here and to share this platform with you. It is the honor that I have looked forward to for quite a while.
Oh, I'm looking forward to getting the autographs now because, but here's the gentleman. One of the reasons why I'm glad he's here because, you know, he's in the world of entertainment. He's touching other things, the academia as well, but his whole spirit is about being an artist. Songwriter, singer, performer, all of this. And as we all know, being an entertainer, when you commit to being that, you're taking one of the hardest paths in life.
Absolutely.
Hardest path because it's fraught with the biggest things all. It's a world of judgment. And your entire life will be spent being judged. And we're going to talk about things like that, and that's the mountain that artists all have to climb. Every single audition, every single event they do, they're climbing a mountain, moving around and getting around it. So right off the top, Eric, tell me, how do you move your mountains?
Well, they first have to be identified. That's the first thing within any artist. We all have mountains. We all have those obstacles that we will have to conquer on the journey. But identifying what the mountain is and then the how to navigate life with it or navigate life beyond it then becomes the quest at hand.
Well, I got a question for you.
Please.
What has been your biggest mountain to date?
To date, as an artist, my biggest mountain is acceptance of who I am, just like I am. As you stated so eloquently, this world that we willfully walk into of entertainment requires judgment. They're going to judge you by your presentation. They're going to judge you by your performance. And everything that comes in between that, your interaction with them, it all becomes under scrutiny. And I had to come to a place of self-awareness where it did not matter what they said to me or what they said about me. What mattered most is what I say about myself. And when I came into the place that I am now of unconditionally, unwaveringly learning to love me just like I am, that then opened me up to so many other things in life. And that's when the ball really began to roll in my life because I was not spinning my wheel and wasting energy and attempting to fulfill a role that I can never fulfill or be a person that I can never be. The reality is everyone in life is already taken. Whatever name you give me, they're already taken. There's only one Eric B. Turner. And I'm excited. I'm in a space in my life now where I'm truly excited to fulfill that role, to fulfill a fullest potential.
Well, I know, as eloquently as you stated that you have been through some devastating things that has happened to you. And now you've turned all that into the world of blues.
Yes.
As a blues singer. I remember when I saw you and I told you this, I said that the world of blues needs somebody fresh.
Yeah.
You know, and you were it because before I say any more, we're going to play one of the songs. Okay? Ain't no good. You want to know what blues is? Listen to the song. We'll pick up this conversation afterwards.
Stop being so thirsty when you know it ain't no good for you. Oh, stop being so thirsty when you know it ain't no good for you. That's the reason I can sing the blues, because I'm playing somebody's fool. Hey, listen. You walk right by the dollar, chasing after the dime. Hey, you walk right by the dollar. Nice, crisp dollar. Chasing after the dime. But at the end of the day, and you just wasted your time. Hey. Diabetic wants sweet food, blood sugar's too high. Chicken wanna hang out with the eagles. Damn, that bird can't fly. You want that food 'cause you wanna get laid. But the part of them that you can't see is gonna carry you to your grave. Stop, please, being so thirsty when you know it ain't no good for you. That's the reason I can sing the blues, because
Eric B. Turner. You know, now, this man can sing anything. I used to joke about the great late Levi Strauss. If he sang the phone book, you'd buy the record. But there's a song I heard him sing one time live, because he's worked with me in many occasions. I've been blessed to have him in my circle with the show Shadow of the 60s.
Yes,
incredible talent. But I'm so happy he's gone now to another stratosphere. But one day he started singing a song, and I'm just going to show you what he did to us. He said, Mary had a little lamb, a little lamb, a little lamb. Where's it going from there?
Way to an area that you weren't expecting.
But I heard, sing a little bit of Mary Had a Little Lamb so they can understand this how.
Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow.
I'll be selling the record next week. You can get your copy. Call me up. I got your copy for you. Ladies and gentlemen, next number one hit record.
Right. If it sells, let's go with it.
But this is what I'm saying. So, the blues ain't ready for you. And when you do,
I hope they are.
But,
I think they are.
It's going to blow up,
I think they are.
That's who you are, man.
I think they are.
But so this just tells me you've transcended all these things, But that song, for instance, that was on the charts for a while, isn't it?
Ain't No Good entered maybe about 24 on the U.S. blues charts, but it got to the number one position for 3 consecutive weeks. And for those of us that know the U.S. charts, that's a major feat.
That's impressive.
And when Ain't No Good got to number one, we were excited. But when it stayed at number one, we knew that we struck gold by entering into the blues genre.
And I hope you
that
stay
was the
there.
deciding factor right
I
there.
hope you stay there
Thank
because,
you.
everything needs a new infusion, and you're it,
Thank you.
That's just an example. Mary Had a Little Lamb. We're going to sell that. That's going to be the next single next year.
I'm down with it.
Very well.
I am down with it.
I think it's going to do great. But, that song is the blues, but you're also, I guess it's where you're very sensitive to social things going on in our world.
Yes.
And, it's easy when you're an artist to just dabble in the fun stuff.
Yeah.
The here and now. But you've taken this gift of yours to many levels. You've sung, of course, in the church, still sing in the church. He's done so many things. If someone has passed away, guess who gets the call?
Yeah.
To eulogize and to bring the spirit to
Sure.
the people. But then you took it to another level when you had another song called Holding On.
Yes.
And can we share that with them? I wanted to see. The song was incredible.
What happened to the days when we had less and loved more? If one had, we all had. If one needed, they just asked. We can live those times again. What you see now is not the end, no. Baby, I need you to know it's not the end of the road. I want you to know change gon' come. Do you believe that? Change gon' come. It won't be long. Oh, so you gotta keep holding. everything was all about love. We were friends before lovers. Marriage was the end goal. We can't live those good times again. What you see now is not the end. No, 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 no. Baby, I need you to know it's not the end of the road. I want you to know change don't come. We believe it. Change don't come. It won't be long. Hey, so you gotta keep holding on. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep holding on. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I gotta say that must really give you goosebumps to know that you did something that the applause wasn't because you just sang good, but because you gave a needed message. I mean,
As artists, we really have a huge responsibility to keep it real. And a lot of us hear that statement and it's like, okay, yeah, we're going to keep it real. But when you really break down real, R is for relatable. You have to be in tune with what's going on in our society and our culture to be able to speak to those that are in need, those that are hurting, those that are marginalized. So R for relatable, then E for effective. The message has to be conveyed in a way that it is effectively understood. Ain't no good comes across to the person by the language that I use. Stop being so thirsty. To the generation of today, they get that.
they get that.
It has to be effective in your communication. So relatable, effective, authentic. Just put it out there. We don't need to hide the issues within our culture, issues within our land specifically, but L should be life-changing. When they hear your music, when they see your artistry, when they see, the way I like to say it, when your genius emerge, it should be life-changing. And when you keep it real, people will hold on to that forever. My desire was always to make music that will transcend just the change in the curve, but generations to come will still say, hey, do you remember this guy, or do you remember this music? I want my music to transcend through that time.
But now let's talk about that music. You know, let's face it, because of the technology today, they're probably going to find a new word other than technology someday. But that's the only word I can use. But there's a wall of stimuli coming at people. Now, you're in the middle of creating an incredible new album.
Yes.
And when I say that's your children,
it is. It's my legacy.
and you're not, and I notice you don't want to send your children off into the ether without knowing
I do not.
who's going to hold their hand,
Absolutely.
who's going to walk them across the street.
Absolutely.
You know, so that's quite a road you're navigating right now.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, you're not ready to just let it out because you're thirsty.
Because I'm not that thirsty. You know, we can release albums daily. It happens every day. But as you stated, I want my music in the right hands, the individuals that can get it to the masses. You know, the music and the message that I'm delivering through this body of work, I don't want to just lay it out there.
All right. Next question is when and where can people see Eric B. Turner perform?
Well, when you book me, number one.
We're going to find a venue. There's a lot of New York City venues.
That'll be number one when you
Okay.
book me. But, I'm on all the social and digital platforms. My website, ericbturner.com. But also on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, all Eric B. Turner. And that B is important because, as you know, there's always said within the industry, there's a formula. And I was always told, well, the formula is just the first and last name. James Brown, Aretha Franklin, Ray Charles. Well, there are other artists named Eric Turner. There are recording artists named Eric Turner.
But I'm going to push you somewhere else. I want to see you live. I want to see you live in New York City.
I love it.
And
I want to see me live in New York City.
I'm putting it out there now that you need to get me a concert in New York City within the next 10 months.
Okay.
Hear it, everybody? Within the next 10 months, I want you to flood his website and say, you better get a show because I know you're on social media.
Well, get that to the promoters and the bookers.
Okay, guess what?
There we go.
If the people speak, the promoters will hear them.
And I will be
so
there.
Flood his flood his website with requests for him
Please.
live in concert, because social media is going to be great.
Yeah.
But there's nothing like, and I said before,
Live
live
show.
is coming back.
Absolutely.
Because people want to see. It's not fake. He's just making up. He don't sing
no.
like that.
It's-
No, it
it's
wasn't
there.
somebody else singing. No, I want you to flood his website.
Absolutely.
Say the website again.
Eric B. Turner, Eric with a C, ericbturner.com. And please give inquiries and send that across the world.
That's Danny Aiello right there.
Yes, had the opportunity to work with him as a co-producer for Rock and Roll Man.
Who else we got up there?
Mariah Carey had the opportunity to not only sing background for her, she's one of the many teachers that I had, along with Aretha Franklin, Shaka Khan.
Who else we got? Who else we got?
My mentor,
Good
Nile
times.
Rodgers. He is a mentor, definitely to me, and one that I can get on the phone at any given moment.
Who else we got? Who else we got? Who else we got?
Great advice. Martha Stewart sang at a birthday party for her
Uh-oh.
out in the Hamptons.
Who else? Who else we got? Who else we got?
John Voight, who is the father for the famous Angelina Jolie. We did the Chabad Telethon together in LA every year.
Amazing, this gentleman. Okay.
Thank you.
I know we're running out of time, but I want to say we're going to see him a lot more. In the meantime, and he's going to come to my concert because I want him to come sing "Mary Had a Little Lamb" and a duet. September 12th is my birthday. September 12th.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be at the Cutting Room, 44 East
You
32nd
want to be
Street,
there.
7
You want to
p.m.
beat us there, not
Yes.
meet us there. Beat us
Yeah.
there.
And he's going to sing "Mary Had a Little Lamb" for me.
Please.
And I know he's going to bring the house down. Bring the kids because it's a kids concert.
Absolutely.
Kids love "Mary Had a Little Lamb,"
Yes,
so
they
he's
do.
going to sing that.
Yes,
You hear
they
that
do.
from my mouth, from his voice. He's going to sing it. But this is the man.
Thank you so
Eric,
much, Dave.
Man,
Truly appreciate you.
man.
Not only for this opportunity, but just for sowing seeds of encouragement into my life along the years. And I'm not getting caught up in that because I'll start getting emotional. But you have been one of the immutable factors of me being where I am now. So thank you.
Well, I'm honored, man,
Thank
to
you.
touch a man as a giant as you are.
Thank you.
You're going to hear so much about this man. I can't say more.
The best
And
is
anybody
surely
who
yet
knows
to
me
come.
knows I don't butter nobody's
You
bread.
do not.
I tell you straight up truth. This
You do
man is going to really transcend the world of blues. Just you wait.
I believe it.
Just you wait.
The best is yet to come.
Eric B. Turner.
Thank you so very much.
Move that mountain. And tell me about your mountain, okay? Write in. Tell me about what mountains you got in front of you and what mountains you need to move. Maybe we can talk about that a little bit, okay? Because we're in this world together. So share your mountain with me. Till then, I'll see you again.
The way we move to our favorite song in the backseat, girl with the radio on.